All right, guys, it's going down. It's going down. Y'all know my energy gonna be high now. If you thought my energy was high the other day, it's going down today. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys know. Invite your friends. Share this video because it's going down. I'm being honest. It's going down. If you wanted to know how we feel on this side of the fence with herpes today, I want y'all to understand. This video is from an individual who has genital herpes. This is from an individual who also have type 1 and type 2, which I have cold sores too. Hey, y'all. All right. So I'm telling you now, today's video is from somebody who has type 1 and type 2 herpes. This is not from a blogger. This is not from somebody who's just saying their opinions. This is not from an individual who's speaking through nobody else's experience. Today, it's from somebody who's on this side of the fence. Okay? So I want to tell my personal, it's not going to all be personal. I'm going to kind of play like devil's advocate in a sense with everybody. Hey everyone, I'm going to play devil's advocate, so don't think I'm picking sides. Don't think that I'm agreeing with anything. Don't think any of that. I'm telling y'all, I need somebody to tag Shade Room for me. Tag me in these blogs like today, because this video need to go viral. Because what we not going to do today is have other people speak on what they don't know nothing about. Okay? I'm going to speak for somebody who understands. I'm also going to speak from legal. I did some research as well for y'all to understand what's about to go down. Okay, well, R. Kelly. Okay, let's get into this, guys. If y'all have any questions, concerns, comments, put it in here. I may not read everything, but best believe, put it below. All right? So, let y'all know I am Belize Spivey. I am known as the SC Life Coach. I'm the first black woman to come out and talk about herpes on a big platform. I have YouTube. I'm huge on YouTube, went viral on YouTube, all this other stuff. But I came out because I did not have anybody to talk to, anybody to go to, anything to do. I didn't know what to do. And I didn't see black women talk about it, okay? Or black people talk about it. And clearly I was like, well, we're being affected. We need to talk. So I decided to do this. So today, that's who I am. But this is what we're going to talk about. All right, y'all. Whew. Okay, I ain't gonna see no poor little R. Kelly, because at the end of the day, what R. Kelly did was wrong. Period. He was messing with underage girls. The story is all over the place. I truly think everybody involved should be put, like, literally needs to go to jail, because I really think that was just pure sex trafficking, parents included. Okay, that's just my personal opinion. I don't think it's right. It's happening all the time. We're seeing a lot of people coming out talking about, you know, grown men or grown women having sex with children. Not right, period. Okay? Not right, period. I'm not agreeing with any of this, but this is about herpes. Okay, so as you can see on the blogs, if you have been on Shade Room, if you have been on I can't remember the other one, but if you have been anybody who talking about blogs, R. Kelly is trending. They're saying right now that his lawyers are trying to fight about herpes. Okay, he has 9 counts on herpes right now. 9 counts, and 2 was intentional. So they didn't say quite sure if those 9 counts say it was intentional or they found out after, but they say 2 counts are based off of he knew. Okay, his lawyers are stating that herpes is not considered an STI. Okay, let me stop right there. Okay, I agree and I also disagree. Okay, playing devil's advocate, y'all. I disagree in the sense that herpes is not always considered an STI. Okay, this is why. People get cold sores. Children get cold sores. Everybody's not having sex. Let's be honest. Some people are like literally not having sex. But if you kiss somebody and they have herpes, it can happen. You can get herpes on your fingers. Herpes is skin to skin. Period. I'm gonna say this. Skin to skin. If you ever heard of rustlers, mat, herpes, literally they're on top of each other. Things of that nature. Herpes can be passed. Okay, so that's not sexual. Kissing is not always a sexual thing. It could just be affection. That could be a greeting with you and your family. Things of that nature. Son, stop jumping down them steps. Yeah, boy. Okay. Go that way. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a mama and they're never going to stop. Okay. So, with that being said, it's not always that way. Most people get cold sores and fever blisters from parents or, you know, simply kids or drinking after people who have outbreaks and things like that, or using items after somebody who have an outbreak. Okay, that's things like that. So that's not always sexual. So I can see how they're trying to pull that herpes is not an STI thing. But I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen, and somebody please tag it. But I did not see, well, the blog that I looked at, it did not state if he had genital or oral. Okay, they just said herpes. And I want to say this, guys, literally, genital or herpes are locations. They're not, if y'all get caught up into the type 1, type 2, that was really to identify location. That had nothing to do with really a type. So don't get caught up on that. Herpes is herpes, okay? So I see why they're saying it's not a STI, all right? But, let me give you the but, okay? But when you perform sexual acts, that's when it becomes an STI, which most of us know his story. He wasn't into having sex. He was into watching, and he was also into getting oral performed on him. Okay, he was a watcher and a receiver. He really wasn't he wasn't really a doer. Okay, so just to let you know, that means possibly, as we know, he was probably genital anyway, and he's getting oral sex performed on him. So like I said, he got 9 counts. That is right now 9 counts, 2 like very much known, but his lawyers are saying that STI is not considered STI. That's not true for him, and let me explain why. As we know, R. Kelly is in New York right now. He's locked up in New York. Let me tell you the laws in New York. Okay, let me read here. In New York, it is a misdemeanor for a person who knows he or she is infected with an STI. And I'm going to say STI, STIs, we don't really use that anymore, to have sexual intercourse with another person. People who know that they're infected with an STI, they can cause, well, that's not the case. They can say you can cause death or commit a sexual crime. Let's stop here. People who know they have an infection with STI that can cause death or commit a sexual crime. As we know, R. Kelly committed a sexual crime. He has sex with minors. So this is where he's going to have a problem. Because at the end of the day, right now in New York, STIs, and this is where he's saying it's not included. They will say here, New York laws does not provide a list of sexual transmitted diseases. Okay, I understand. Let's go back to the panel. If we go back to the panel, herpes is not included in the standard panel. So I can see how they want to try to get away with that, because at the end of the day, herpes is not included on the panel. What's included on the panel? Let's read. HIV, gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, trichomania. Those are the things that's included. Herpes is not. So if you go based off what CDC is saying, what's standard, then herpes is not a standard STI. So they're trying to prove saying that herpes is not an STI if it's not included in the panel. I see what they mean. This is why the laws has to be changed. Thank you, R. Kelly situation. This is why the laws need to be changed. Because at the end of the day, you're not saying it's included. But this is the problem. He committed a sexual crime. He committed a sexual crime. I'm not saying, and let me say this. Let me say this. I'm not aware if he knew prior to having sex with these young ladies. As we know, most of these young ladies now are not minors. They are adults. So I don't know. I'm going to say this. I don't know when he found out his status. Not clearly, if he got to speak that out, or somebody got to tell when he found that out. If you know anything about herpes, about watching me, you know that you can have herpes for so long and have no clue. Many people don't even realize what herpes look like. Many people don't even know that herpes is not on the panel. And when you don't know things like that, then most people are having sex with people thinking, I'm good. I'm being honest. I'm good. So I'm not going to say that he knew all those counts, okay? This is just speaking. I'm not protecting him. I'm just saying, some of those counts, what if he did not know his status? Okay? What if he just ended up finding his status later? Oh, devil's advocate. What if his doctor told him that he do not have to disclose? Police, nobody doing that? Yes, they are. Okay? Yes, they are. CDC is not included in the testing. So how would a no person really know that they have it? Oh, police, how do you get tested? You get tested with getting a blood test, or you're getting a culture. Most doctors do not want to test you based off blood tests because the tests are not that accurate. That's a problem. That's the reason why it's not included in the standard. Because if I don't have any symptoms, they want to say that, oh, we don't want to deal with it. So basically, if R. Kelly ended up getting tested and it was confirmed, it could have been through a blood test, or it could have been through him having an outbreak at that time. Most doctors want to see the outbreak to do a culture. A culture is a PCR. I'm going to be a little technical. A PCR when they do a culture of it. We know what cultures are. They typically do if anything, you know, if anybody you think you got a cancer or something, they will take it and that's a culture. Okay? So they'll take a culture and they'll go on a microscope and look. So there's no way to really know what way he found, but that is how most doctors do it. And we'll be honest, if you, I challenge y'all to call y'all OBGYNs and your doctors today and ask them if herpes included in standard testing. And I want you to also tell me, DM me and tell me what they told you. Most of them will say, oh no, we don't test for that. Oh, the whole world has that. Oh, don't worry about it. You okay? From somebody who just really recently got tested this year, I did not tell them that I had herpes. They literally called me. They called me and said, oh, Miss Spivey, everything's good, but you have herpes. It's no big deal. I asked them, do I have to tell my partner? They said, no, it's not necessary. Everybody has it. So with that being said, devil's advocate here. The chances are R. Kelly could have received his diagnosis and his doctor said it wasn't necessary to tell. Long as he was on his medication, he was fine. I'm blinking because I need y'all to hear me. Let me tell you, everybody do not have herpes. Let's kill that today. Everybody do not get cold sores. Everybody do not get fever blisters. Everybody do not have herpes. Period. Stop. I'm going to say this. Stop connecting chicken pox to herpes. They're under the herpes family, but it's not herpes simplex. Two different things. It's so many different, like shingles. All of that stuff. It's all different things. Do not attach. Everybody do not have herpes. Yeah, 90% of people have it, and I'm going to say 80% have no clue they do, and never will. Herpes is not always painful. It don't always look like you think it's going to look. It could be a simple cut. It can look like a hair bump. You may think you sick. You may think you getting a sore throat. You may think you having a little headache. You may think since you've been going to the job, working out, that your body just aching. Or you think your legs just hurt. So this is the reason, based off this situation, based off R. Kelly's situation right now, y'all. This is a misdemeanor. They're doing personal injury claims, like personal injury lawsuits on him, which they want pain and suffering and probably medical. And since he committed a sexual crime, the chances this may stand. The chances this probably will stand. Chances are. If these girls got really good lawyers. If them girls got really good lawyers, it'll stand. Because this was a sexual crime. So I want to get into this. I want you guys to understand that herpes, since it's not included in the panel, when people are trying to sue people like this, it can be difficult. And that's what I want y'all to hear today. This is a difficult situation. Because at the end of the day, based off the information you know or what he did not know, could be the reason why these young ladies have herpes. For the lack of knowledge that he has, could be the reason why these girls got passed on to these young ladies. And this is the reason why I stand on this platform and I talk as loud as I do with all the energy I have, is because stuff like this is happening to people. This is happening every day. It's 20 cases or more in your clinic every single day. You know how many clinics and OBGYNs and all this stuff that's around the world, y'all? Well, just in the United States. I'm just saying. This is a prime case of why herpes needs to be talked about. It's so many times that herpes continue to come up in sexual crimes, rape, molestation, all of these things. Okay? Don't come this way. Don't come this way. Don't come this way. That come into sexual crimes. Also would come with cheating. Somebody just said something about Usher. Nobody knows for sure Usher has herpes. He did not confirm it. With R. Kelly, it's confirmed. Usher, it was never confirmed. Because that young lady ended up coming back and saying that she didn't have it. She thought she had herpes. But she got tested and she did not have it. Okay? I did a video on that on my YouTube. What are y'all doing?
Get in boxes.
Hayden, watch your attitude. Get the boxes and go. I'm a mama first, y'all. So, that's the situation, y'all. This situation, I want to keep it short. I want to keep it sweet. Based off this is what's happening. Also, in every state is different. So, did she get paid? No or yes? No, that young lady with Usher never got paid because she never had the virus. And he never confirmed if he did or not. Which he didn't have to because it's against his HIPAA to share. He don't have to share his HIPAA with y'all. But since the fact that R. Kelly is in the middle of a sexual crime and his stuff is public and we know that he had sex with these minors, then all this information is getting put out. Because these girls want to make sure he stay under the jail. Okay? So these young ladies, right now, he is up for 9 counts of misdemeanors, or I don't even know how to say that. Y'all know it in law. He got 9 counts. And it's a misdemeanor. He is up for something. 9 counts, y'all. On top of having sex with minors. Woo-wee. I'm telling y'all better check these false IDs. Take it to the DMV to make sure it's real. So that's that. I just want to come on and share that with you guys, especially for somebody who's on this side of the fence. To give you some real information outside of some people who's going to share it. And it's more of a gossip thing. This is not a gossip thing. This is more showing y'all what's really happening. Because a lot of y'all going to speak on it. You know, I love y'all. We're going to speak on it on different situations. People are going to argue back and forth. But I want to come from an educational piece, explaining to you guys exactly what's going on and what's happening. So now when y'all go somewhere and y'all talking about it, then y'all kind of understand it from the young lady's standpoint. And also you can understand it from R. Kelly's lawyer. I'm going to play this out. Listen, I can't wait to see what they're going to say. Because I'm going to come back when I want to see what they're going to say. And I'm going to come back and kind of give my feedback on what happened and why it happened. Okay? But I'm telling y'all, I'm being real. If he got really good lawyers, he going to probably get off on this. But the fact that he did a sexual crime, that's going to be the only thing that really, really hard stick. The fact that he's committed a sexual crime with these young ladies. It ain't going to be just the fact that he has herpes that's going to stick. It's going to be the fact that he did a sexual crime that's going to stick it. Which, I'm not going to lie, he wrong. I mean, it is what it is. He's wrong. And this is happening with many individuals. This can happen to people all the time when people try to sue an individual believing that person knew or that person did know. But the question is, what type of knowledge did they have about disclosing disclosing their status? Most people are super scared to disclose their status. They don't want to be judged. They think of the stigma, things like that. That's why I come on here letting y'all know, like, listen, tell the truth. Don't do it. Okay, I was taught that. Okay, I was taught the same thing. You ain't got to tell no big deal. I'm telling you, it's not the right thing to do. It's not the right thing to do. Listen, it's not the right thing to do. I know it's hard. It's not the right thing to do. I ain't gonna really speak on what these females, they were minors. They were children. Children do stuff. Listen, speaking on young ladies, we all had, most young ladies have had, especially if you got a body, have had older dudes talk to you. It was R. Kelly, y'all. Not trying to be mean or anything, but I think with some of the situation with some of the parents, knowing that I truly believe the parents should be held responsible as well. That's just me. I can't hold children responsible. They're minors. Okay? They don't know any better. Listen. Oh my God, a celebrity is coming to talk to me and he wants to spend time with me. Starstruck, y'all. Starstruck. We're not in that time anymore. Some people may. But it's not as bad as it used to be back then. Yes, older new like to take advantage of younger girls all the time. And I even talk about women. It's older women who like to take advantage of younger men all the time. It's both sides of the fence. We just don't talk about it with the women, but women do it too. I agree the parents should be held. Absolutely, I agree. The parents should be held responsible. And I feel like at the end of the day, if I was a lawyer, I would be coming from the parents too. Yeah, agree. Not all minors, but I'm saying, I'm speaking from a place of, I agree. I'm with you with that. All wasn't minors, but most of those girls were minors when they had sex with R. Kelly. Most of them are not minors anymore, but most of the young ladies were minors. They were under 18. Or 18. They weren't 21, y'all. They say 18 is legal, I guess. But I don't think 18 is legal. What y'all can think? But most of them was like teens. They were teenagers, okay? But most of those girls are grown now. Most of those girls are grown. So, that's my take, guys. I'm done. R. Kelly need to pay the price for what he done. Listen, I ain't lying. I'm with you. He did that. At the end of the day, he gonna have to pay the price, because at the end of the day, he could have sex with anybody, but he been having sex with minors. But we know how the industry get down, y'all. It depends on the state he had sex with them and the age. Now, that's true. That's another thing, too. Because at the end of the day, some states still allow you to marry girls at 13. So that's something else we also got to consider. New York is a little different, okay? This is in New York, okay? So also when we're looking at this case, y'all, we need to consider the state of the case. Because remember, a lot in the Midwest, literally, girls get married young. In the South, the laws haven't changed. Remember, every law have not been pulled up. All right? Every law haven't been pulled up. I think in New York, a lot of this stuff stands. Okay? So that's another thing we got to consider. So I'm happy you brought that up. Okay? That was a good thing. Remember, every state is different. Even with, you know, if you felt like that person knew you did not have it prior, things of that nature, and you want to do a personal injury claim, you got to understand that it depends on the state. And it also depends if the lawyer feel like they can fight the case. Right now, R. Kelly's lawyer feel like they can fight this case. Okay? But what they not looking at, like I'm looking at, is the fact that he did a sexual crime. Now, if they came and said R. Kelly gave him herpes, okay, and it was consensual and these girls was over age, y'all, no lie, it wouldn't stand. But the fact that he was having sex with minors, it was a sexual crime, he in trouble. He is in trouble, okay? He is in trouble. He is in trouble. That's the thing. So just imagine if you are talking to somebody, this is what you want to do. It's hard to stand because at the end of the day, it's not included in the testing. It's not, y'all. You will never know when you ever had contract herpes. If you was a virgin, you had to be a virgin. I mean, and when I mean virgin, no sex. Oral sex is sex, y'all. I love y'all, but we need to get out of that mindset that oral sex is not sex, okay? That sex, I mean, all right, if they put their mouth on you, it's still sex, all right? You can still contract that way. So if you didn't do anything at all, that's the only way for you to really, really know where it came from. Because real talk, if you go back, even if you had two partners, those partners will come back and tell you, I ain't give it to you. If you don't see their test results, you'll never know. I have ladies say, I ain't had that many partners. And everybody saying they ain't got it. Baby, somebody lying to you. It's just that simple. Somebody is lying to you. Or, let me not say sex. You remember you can get herpes from kissing. So if you ain't never kissing somebody, that may spark my mind. I want us to stop attaching herpes to just sex. Let's attach herpes to skin-to-skin contact. Let's do that. We got to do better with that, y'all. Me too. Me too. Okay? You don't get herpes from just sex. You get herpes from skin to skin contact. You can also get it from sharing items with an individual who's having an outbreak. Chances are lower, but it's a chance. Okay? So that means also, if that person is having a cold at that time, drinks and things like that, it's not a guarantee, but it's just not something to do. Okay? But it's more skin to skin. Herpes is skin to skin. Herpes is not sex related, all sex related. Okay? It can be on your hands, guys. Herpes can be on people's fingers. It can be on different parts of your body. It's skin to skin contact. If you know how chicken pox roll, you know how shingles roll, then you know how herpes simplex roll. Okay? Interesting. I don't think they teach that in school, skin to skin. They always associate. Absolutely, and that's what I'm trying to kill. Is it a possibility that they could have passed it to each other as well? It didn't have to. Wow, good thing. Now that's good. He could have gave it to one young lady and they all have it. Whoa, that's a good. Now that's good. You said, what about sharing blunts? Can you get it? If that person's having a physical outbreak, you know, you can see it. It's goopy. It's oozing. It's a chance, but it's no guarantee. Okay? I don't want you to get so caught on the sharing. I just say, if you're a person who have herpes and you're having a physical outbreak, especially oral, I wouldn't suggest you share anything with anybody. It's just that simple, y'all. Just don't share anything when you're having a physical, you can see it outbreak. Don't do it. Okay? Yeah, my doctor says skin to skin too. Yeah, but you know, our doctors say skin to skin because they're doctors. But we out here in the real world, not in the medical world, in the real world, we associated with sex. Our sexual educators are talking about sex. They're not talking about affection and just interactions. They're talking about sex alone. And that's the reason why his lawyer is saying it's not an STI, it's not sexual. That's why he said, because it's a skin. His lawyer ain't wrong in a sense. Like, the lawyer ain't wrong. But at the end of that, sexual crime is the wrong. Right, good point. Y'all, Amber is here. Watch, Amber is here with herpes can never. That's my baby, y'all. Yeah, that's how you got it. Correct, based off this. Right, that's what I'm saying, y'all. I just want you to guys know I am going to be on with Herpes Could Never with Watch Amber and also Herpes Goddess. If you're on TikTok, I know you know of Herpes Goddess. We'll be coming back on at 7 p.m. Stop. 7 p.m. tonight, okay? And you'll get all of our take. All of our take on this. 3 black women coming together talking about this. Black women right now being affected. So we're going to talk about it. All 3 of us have herpes. All of us have genital herpes. So we're going to talk about it. So make sure y'all jump on with us tonight at 7. Also share this with other people so if they at work or whatever, they can jump on that one and ask any questions. It's going to be on Herpes Could Never page. So make sure all of y'all go to Herpes Could Never right now. Amber, can you put Herpes Could Never link down here so everybody can share? Like it, go to your page and make sure you follow them so you won't miss it tonight. All right? It's going to be good because I can't wait to hear what Amber got to say and what Shayna got to say. Thank you. That's my baby, y'all. What do you need? I love you too, baby. Go ahead. Go so I can finish.
You still can't play on computers?
No. You don't play on computers during school week. Okay, that's why people think if they use a condom, they can't get herpes. Or, I'm not sure what it said, plasma, because schools don't teach it. Well, yeah, a lot of people think, and I get it all the time, like, oh, how you get herpes but you use a condom? It's skin to skin. See, we got to kill that sexual thing because we believe the only way to protect, or the main way to protect ourselves from STIs is testing and condoms. So if you say it's an STI, I should be good if I got tested and I use a condom. But it's skin to skin. So we need to rip off that with it. herpes is not just sex. It's not. Some people don't even consider oral sex as sex. Kids are getting herpes all the time. Y'all see me talk about that little one? He ended up getting it from me. I did not know that I was getting a bump right here. That was a herpes outbreak. I had no clue, y'all. But please, you should know. No, I don't. I don't know everything. Herpes don't look like that. I did not know it. I thought it was just a pimple. He ended up getting it. He liked to kiss me. Things like that happen all the time. All the time. Because you think it's looking a certain way. It's about to get cold outside, y'all. And I want y'all to pay attention. It's about to get cold outside. You'll see a bunch of people get cold sores and fever blisters. You're going to realize it look different on everybody. You're going to realize that. Oh, I never heard of that. How long do it take for herpes to become... Well, herpes can be dormant forever, really. You will never know. But I want to say this. Dormant and having outbreaks, minor outbreaks are two different things. A lot of people think herpes has been dormant. It has not been dormant for some people. You just didn't know what you were looking for. So I don't want everybody to think, oh, I was dormant. Nah, baby, you was having outbreaks. You just didn't know what to look for. You were looking for painful, open blisters, and it didn't look like that. It was a simple cut. It was a simple pimple. It was just itching, burning. It was just like body aches. It was fatigue for some people. And after an outbreak, can you shed the virus through skin cell up to 2 weeks after the physical outbreak? Yeah, you can. Yes and no. I'm going to say yes and no. Okay, yes and no. Everybody's different. I'll say that the virus sheds, and shedding is when the virus is present. You don't know. I'm going to use COVID for y'all to understand. That is when asymptomatic, where you can pass it and you don't know it. So, typically they say 2 to 14 days, or you need a quarantine for 10 to 14 days. It can happen, but as we know, with anything about shedding, it's a hit and miss. I can be around somebody who got COVID, and that don't mean I'm going to get COVID. It's a hit and miss. Shedding is a hit and miss. Asymptomatic is a hit and miss. It's a very hit and miss. And if you know anything on this side, you'll have doctors tell you, only focus on what you know for sure, which is if you're having a physical outbreak, then you know not to have sex then. But everything else is so up in the air. It's like this. You can't really know. Herpes don't have to have no treatment. It's not required. It's not required. You can take antivirals, which is Valtrex or Cyclovir, but it's not required. Or you can do my products. Y'all know I got herpes products. That's in the store up there to help you with your external. That's it. But it's not required. Some people outbreaks are not that bad. You don't have to do anything. And I think that's another thing. A lot of people think when you get an STI, you need treatment. Herpes is not required. You don't need it. Exactly. So many have never heard of it. Plasma. It could be a fake one. Oh, inbox me. Inbox me that. Because I never knew anything about that. Most dogs don't even know how to test it. Girl, that itch be gone is the truth. The bundle is my best seller though. That's the cream, the wash out soap, and the itch be gone spray. And everything is natural products. If your partner doesn't have it and you do, but the kids is there a way you do that without giving it to your partner with unprotected sex? The biggest thing is number one is about your partner knowing that you has herpes, and number two about you knowing your body. Okay, the thing is, if your partner accepts that you have herpes, then your partner understands that it's a risk to them get herpes. Okay, so with that being said, now it's on you to just making sure you did your part. You disclose, and then you know your body. That's pretty much it. You can take antivirals to reduce the chance of shedding. That's the one main thing that the antiviral is really, really good at. It assists with the shedding piece. I'll tell you, you can have antivirals and still get outbreaks. It happens all the time. So if you're experiencing that means you keep triggering your outbreaks, which stress is your number one. Stress can be just in the body where you're lack of sleep, you don't have a good diet. Medications that you may take that could just literally stress your body out. If you're going through chemo, if you're dealing with other immune diseases, things like that, that's forms of stress on the body. Not stress in the mind, guys. Stress on the body. Remember that. Okay, stress is it's stress on the body. Stop thinking stress is all mental. Stress is on the body. By the time it gets to your mind, you don't really stress your body out because you're trying to figure its way out. Okay, so I want y'all to know that as well. That's the number one. It's just about your partner. It's no guarantee, y'all. You can be with somebody and they never get it. I have been with many people. I had herpes for 11 years, y'all. I found out in 2009. 2009. So if y'all watch my old video and I said 2018 and 19, that was a mistake, okay? I found out in 2009. Okay, April 2009. The only thing you can do is disclose and also pay attention to your body. Take antivirals to reduce and shedding. Don't have sex when you feel like you're having an outbreak. And that's communication between partners. And it's never a guarantee, yay or nay. And you can still have kids. I had those 2 kids. Y'all heard me talking to my kids. My oldest son, I had him in 2010. So I literally got pregnant. That same year I found out I had herpes. I ended up and got pregnant. And then I had my last one when I was married. I was married for 4 years. I've been divorced for like 3. I had him as well. My oldest one, I took the antivirals with him. My last one, I didn't because I knew my body. And I didn't care to take it. Yes, shingles is a form of herpes. The thing about it, y'all have to understand is that herpes has many things under it. Like many. Herpes, also Mona. If y'all heard of kissing disease, that's also a form of herpes as well. It's a form of herpes. Chicken pox as well. So a lot of people say everybody got herpes. Well, everybody don't have herpes simplex. Okay? That's the thing. Everybody don't have herpes simplex. Let's start to get into the habit of don't attach chicken pox and shingles to herpes simplex. They all have their own name. Period. They're not the same. They're not the same. Just remember, with most viruses, they have an umbrella, and a lot of stuff can fall under that umbrella. I have a friend who was married to someone with herpes. He never told her. He just picked a fight when he had outbreak. That's crazy. It was her first husband. She got pregnant and never got herpes. He was beyond scared to tell. And I'm going to say this, guys. If you're in a position and you're scared to disclose, then get my how to disclose course. Period. If you want to talk to me and say, Belize, look, I need to talk to you, then book an overcoming session and I will help you figure out how to tell your partner. What we're not going to do is be in situations that R. Kelly in right now. And I ain't talking about the sexual crime. I just like somebody feeling like they want to sue you or something like that. Talk. Disclose, y'all. Disclose so you won't have that type of fear. Okay, is there a certain type of foods you can stay away from? No. Let me tell y'all, they always say, and I'm going to tell y'all, herpes is different for everybody, but I'm going to name off the foods that they can say they can trigger an outbreak, but I'm going to tell you what triggers me, okay? So, they said chocolate, alcohol, fast foods, greasy foods, peanuts. Those are the main things, all right? And there's a couple of more, but that kind of sums up sugary foods. Let me tell you, your girl eat chocolate, your girl eat peanuts, all types of peanuts, or all types of nuts with no problem. I'm not a big drinker. I drink here and there. Never triggered it, okay? My triggers have nothing to do with that. Mine are friction. Ladies and gentlemen, friction, that's stress on the skin. Somebody told me, oh, friction doesn't cause an outbreak. It's stress on the skin, okay? And lack of sleep for me, which is a form of stress on my body. Those are my triggers. So I want you to know, if you have herpes, don't feel like you got to give up all the things that you love. Don't do that. Eat it and find out. But at least I don't want to have an outbreak. Then how you going to find out? Oh, you giving up all this stuff for no reason. Don't do that. Yes, shingles is considered a form. Yes. Absolutely. Unprotected sex, condoms don't prevent herpes. And my whole thing is, I'm going to say this. Stop acting like y'all going to use condoms forever. Kill that. That gets on my nerves. Oh, why you use a condom? Nobody, for real. Like, let's be real adults. How long you going to use a condom in your relationship you've been with somebody? Kill that. Kill it. It's ignorant to me for you to sit here like, yo, I use a condom forever. Most dudes don't even like condoms. Let's be real. So all that condom thing, y'all, half of y'all don't even use them. I'm going to keep that real. So let's kill that. You should use a condom or blah, 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 blah. That's for the people who want to just think they super safe because they using a condom. Baby, you ain't. Your lack of knowledge will be your issue. Your lack of knowledge is going to be your problem. All right? To my first sexual partner after I disclosed, never called it when we were together. Literally. Have you ever disclosed? Baby, I'm 11 years in. Yes, I have disclosed a lot. I've disclosed a lot. Even when I found out, I went back and told people. All right? No, the symptoms are not really, really bad. Don't tell people that because that's not completely true. That's not completely true. See, that's the thing. Stop reading Google. Google is false. A lot of what you read on Google, even on all of these little websites, they don't be telling you the full truth because they ain't even with it. They're giving you statistics of the stuff you found. Let me use this for example for y'all to understand COVID. If you think about COVID, everybody don't have the same symptoms with COVID. But they pick what they seen common with COVID. But you can get COVID today and don't experience any of that. You just got it. Some people, they chest hurt, all this other stuff. Never know. Okay? Never know. I believe I had COVID before we knew it was COVID. My chest was killing me. I couldn't breathe. But for my mom, she was just coughing. And she felt like she had gas in her back. Somebody else literally took them down and it was on the ventilator. Some people it killed. And I'm sorry for people who have lost people with COVID. So my whole thing is all different. Remember, viruses do not respond the same in everybody. Remember, this is virus. This is not a bacteria. Bacteria, what you see in a bacteria is typically all the same. A virus, it depends on when it goes into the person's immune system, what it chooses to want to do. And that depends on that person's diet and all these other things. Some people, that don't even matter at all. It's just the virus is just, it just takes over. Okay? Hey, you caught alive. Listen, we ain't gonna use no kind of fear. Let's start lying. You said the folks writing on these websites 95% of the time don't even have what you listen, that's why I decided to do this live. Because the people who about to talk about this don't even have it. So it's only right that the people who have it speak. I'm gonna be honest, like the whole situation with the baby. Don't speak from where you don't stand. Don't speak from where you don't stand. I said what I said. And he leaves. That's my favorite part. Yeah, I had to start reading websites altogether. Because they be lying and that stuff is confusing. I'll tell you now, if you know somebody with herpes, you need to reach out to me. Or you need to reach out to Herpes Can Never. All of us are there. Every herpes activist you can find is there. Who's really active. But at least I'm going to make an appointment when you... Okay. ASAP. Do what you got to do. She said what she said. I love Nene, y'all. For real, for real. I seen her in Lennox one day. I agree. All right, guys. I love you. I'm about to get off of here. I want to say the last thing. If you have any questions, concerns, DM is available to you. Don't expect me to move fast because people are going to start messaging me. But at the end of the day, it's open. But I'm telling you, the best way to get in touch with me is to book an over-comment session. Yes, it's a paid session. My time has to be comped. So with that being said, guys, if that's where you want to talk to me, cool. I do answer my DMs. I'm that type. I answer my DMs. I answer comments. That's me. I like to be personable. That's the type of person I am. So if you're in the DMs, I'm already probably 40 or something just, in the request. I know it's going to be more than that. It takes time. So if you really want to talk to me, then book an overcoming session. If you want to know how to, absolutely. I DM, girl, we're not in your DM. Sometimes I even do voice notes. I'm just that personable. I want y'all to feel comfortable to talk to somebody who gets it. Because what's happening is that people are getting it and don't have nobody to talk to. Because they feel alone because nobody is talking. Or nobody's available to talk. So I want to make myself available. And also if you reach out to Herpes Can Never, Shayna, Watch Amber, Rich, Alex, Beck. It's so many of us, y'all. If you did Herpes Can Never retreat, you will know it was a lot of us and we're all available to y'all. We're all available to y'all. All right? We're all available. DMs, book the sessions. Don't be scared because we've been there. You said she does do sweet voice notes such as CR. I am, and I love voice notes. It makes it easier than trying to message everything. Especially since I had my nails. I took my nails off. It was so hard with them nails off. It was super hard. Oh, also, if you, like, Belisa, I don't want to talk to you quite yet. I just want to do it on my own. Then get the courses. Sex after. I tell you how to have sex after that course. And I also do another one on how to disclose. And I walk you all the way through. So all that stuff is in my bio. Y'all run with it. Do what you got to do. If you're a person who, like, struggling with your confidence and say, Belisa, you know, I just got, my confidence is shot. Book a session. I got a session for confidence only, and I have a session with you just got a bunch of questions. The overcoming session is a bunch of questions. Like, you got a bunch of questions. Yeah, that's for your questions, really. And it's if you want to disclose, that's really what that is for. And the confidence is like, Belisa, I just need to get my confidence back together. And I'll offer you a consultation so I can support you a little bit longer, long term, y'all. Confidence comes with long-term work, okay? I don't want y'all to think you're going to get me and this not long-term. You're going to have to do long-term work pertaining to your confidence. All right? So I love you. I appreciate y'all. Share the... Listen, I would love y'all. Make this viral, like, for real. Like, post. Because what I don't want to happen is that many of the platforms outshine the truth. Okay, let the truth between my video and also the video I'm gonna do with Herpes Can Never at 7. Make sure you follow Herpes Can Never. Herpes Can Never. Follow them. I'm gonna be on with them at 7 with these beautiful black women. I mean, queens, baby. And we don't play about this stigma. We need make these videos viral. Make these blogs put us on their platforms. Breakfast Club, where you at? Where you at? Ricky Smiley, where you at? Red Table, where you at? Like, we need to talk. Listen, somebody know them, DM them, please, for me, for us. All three of us want to come together. Powerhouse. Come on, let's make it happen, y'all. So I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all the comments, all the love. DM open. Book what you need to book. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye.